So apparently, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is good. I can see the comments from my video that I did yesterday, and many of you are enjoying it. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put a caveat out here, man, because some of you, you're about to drag me. You're like, dude, what is this video trying to portray? I was being sarcastic, but I've had a cold for the last few days. I think it may have been the flu, but it's one of those ones where it's mild on your body, but and then on your respiratory, tract, it's insane. And I was really tired yesterday after a long day. I was trying to do that mini ITX build, not to even cut that short. But I was looking at the reviews, even though I don't care what reviewers have to say, and it's very interesting to see that a lot of reviews favor this game. I was also looking at the performance metrics and the way that the game is actually behaving in terms of the Series X and Series S, and boy, do I have a big wad of commentary for a lot of those people who've been hating on the Series S. I've always said that that's the best value on a console because it's an entry into being able to play the current generation games, and it's cheap. It's a beast of a value. That's what this thing is. But all the noise that was made with Black Myth and Wukong, I guess now we're seeing that the artist and the engineer is not blaming their tools. ID Tech is a solid engine. Everybody is seeing this. Unreal Engine is a solid engine because Epic Games themselves, who know and develop the engine, they use it best and better than almost everybody else. But some studios have been able to get success with it. And so I've been seeing a lot of the talk saying, oh, it's the engine, when in reality, guys, Unreal Engine is used to publish a lot of games. It's just that developers many times do not take the quality time that they need to clean up their game. If everybody is even remembering, because let me go ahead and let me quickly show you all one before everybody starts coming on the comment section to tell me, oh no, VG, it's the engine. Unreal Engine is just crap. Like, please stop. Yes, we know Unreal Engine 5 has its challenges, but I mean, if you think about what's going on, if you see what's going on right now, say with games that when they came out on Unreal Engine, they didn't do so well, they're doing well now. Gotham Knights on PC, the game is running just fine. I think if it wasn't for the co-op in the game, they would have probably gone ahead and tried to go 60 FPS patch. But that co-op is just something that eats a lot of memory with these consoles. You can see it with Baldur's Gate 3, where Xbox Series S did not get the co-op because of that limitation. So co-op is a very resource heavy thing. I mean, obviously, you're trying to get two people to play, two instances of the game, leveraging, say, some server and some hardware pieces. So when we look at this game, Indiana Jones, and we look at the way it's performing, I've also seen some people not pay very close attention to the nuances. One of them is dynamic resolution versus native, and consoles are using dynamic resolution. El Analista de Bits is one that I watch, and another YouTuber, Brazil. I forgot the name. I have a comment from them, so I should be able to find their comments from yesterday, where I was asking them a few questions about what software they use. And this person was able to do some analysis where you can actually see the resolution of the game as it's playing. So you get to see how the developers have been able to, implement dynamic resolution to their advantage. They've been able to go ahead and just pretty much take the game and allow for the game to be able to run, super smooth and not break the immersion or break the experience. I thought that was actually very cool to see it in action. I mean, it's been done for years. Don't get me wrong. This is the video. Yeah, it's called Brazil Pixel. That's the name of the YouTube channel. This is their video. And you can see on the top left corner the resolution scaling as it's changing. So when they say 4K, it is dynamic, it's an upscaled 4K and also modifies the resolution as the, game gets heavier in terms of graphics processing or CPU processing. So this is actually very good. Now, I have to say, granted, this is a first-person game, and it's a slower action-paced game. I understand and I get it. But again, there are ways that optimization is done in video games where you can actually deal with texture, geometry, understanding your budget for the platform that you're making your game for, and then building accordingly in order for you to be able to see it. From what I've heard as well, when you play the game as a first person game, because of the way the game is designed, a lot of people have said that, and by the way, when I say what I've heard, it's y'all I'm listening to. Okay, somebody was like, no, I'm listening to you guys, because I'm just waiting for it to launch, on PC. I'm not, I have it on Game Pass, so I would have gotten the early access, but guys, I mean, none of you would even advise that at this point that I'm making this video to bother with the early access, because again, what is that going to serve? That doesn't serve me any, in any right. I just would just wait the remaining 24 hours while I just kind of chill. Kind of have a cold, so I don't know if maybe I should get it and just kind of chill today and relax or whatever it is. But again, it's just something that I thought it was very interesting to listen to the community on this particular matter, and take some ideas as to okay what to expect. And there are no spoilers so far, so that's actually pretty good to see it at this rate. A final piece. This talk that Xbox cannot make a good game needs to be put to rest. A lot of games that Xbox makes, they're games that serve a specific niche. They're games that actually are designed by developers and creators, I mean, that they've acquired, and in some cases they've, kind of built from ground up, that suit their style and suit, their capacity and their capabilities. And games like Forza have always appealed to those audiences. Now, games like Halo have been contentious. From what you read, you see that Halo players have been divided on specific Halo games. But again, I think acquiring Bethesda has been probably one of the best moves because they have a very interesting plethora of games. One Bethesda game will come out, it will probably hit, one will probably be contentious, but again, you can see that this is a trend, and this is probably the biggest risk for PlayStation right now, because if this streak of excellence comes into place, they're out of their game. Their game has been the single player experience all this while, but Bethesda is the one company and one publisher, in the past ZeniMax anyways, that could actually go ahead and deal with, I would say 1 to 2 releases annually with a lot of ease. Not too much in terms of, the logistical, I would say, how do I put it? They just have enough studios to punch it out. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm trying to look for big English to do it. And there's also the conversation as well that the game has some Steam cloud saves. This is the one thing I've been hoping for Xbox to do for a long time. With Starfield, I already played the darn thing on the Xbox platform that I just showed you guys just now, right? And I haven't bought the game simply because I want to play it on Steam. I want to have it on Steam so I can carry on my Steam Deck. Now I got my Steam, my Steam Deck with Windows on there, and I can play some games here on Game Pass if I use some of the settings some of you have actually recommended. But I also like carrying a Steam library. Just, it's kind of uniform in some cases. Yeah, I mean, I'll get games on other libraries, but I don't want to buy it here. This is another thing. Xbox, you get the option to. And so if they will allow for you to be able to streamline your games and get your saves to pretty much represent a similar thing, like this person put here on Twitter, they said you can now use Xbox Cloud Save games when playing the Steam version of Indiana Jones: The Great Circle. This game supports Play Anywhere, but it seems this is a new feature which enables you to use a single save file across Windows Store, Xbox, and Steam. If they implement this, this is it right here. This is what I think the pro-consumer move needs to be. And they need to go back and implement it for a game like Starfield. So I can get my freaking save file. I have 16 hours on that save file, and I can put it on Steam. I can buy the game on Steam because I don't want to go back and play that 16 hours again on Steam. And I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, do I want to even still continue on Xbox? Perhaps if I can beat the game and then, be gone with. But this is an aspect that really does make sense for me. So this year has been a very interesting year for Xbox. It's been one where we've pretty much seen what I think is a small slice of what it is that they can do. Hellblade: Senua's Saga was basically one of those kind of tech demos. It had its criticisms. At the end of the day, some people said they enjoyed the experience. I never got to play it. I'm not a Hellblade player. Didn't play the first one. So, again, they were able to launch a game that really did, I think it resonated with what its goals were. Then they were able to go ahead and launch their Call of Duty game. This is the first one under full ownership that they did, and Black Ops 6 pretty much did a good job. They've basically become good custodians of Black Ops by taking a lot of the feedback and pretty much making the game resonate with fans. This doesn't mean they're going to continue a streak like that. But we'll see. We'll see how they do it. And then Indiana Jones, from what we're seeing and from what I'm hearing from you guys, is a solid game. There are even some of you on PlayStation that are looking towards, playing the game, that are anticipating playing the game, which was actually surprising because I saw one of the PlayStation audience members say that the game is not for them, which they haven't played it yet. So, again, we'll see if that actually sticks. And some of you on PlayStation are saying, from what you've seen, it's definitely something that you would be interested in playing. So this is overall, in my opinion anyways, what we've needed from Xbox, right? If you're an Xbox fan, isn't this what you've wanted? So let's see PlayStation respond. Next year, PlayStation is coming in heavy. They're going to have their Wolverine game. They're going to have I don't know when they're going to have their other games that were in the lineup of their superhero games. Maybe we'll see something from Santa Monica. Maybe we'll see something from Naughty Dog. But it's going to be a very interesting game. Maybe we'll see something from Sucker Punch with Ghost of Yote. Perhaps that might be interesting too, to provide a little bit of pushback for Xbox's content dominance right now, because that's exactly what it is. It's a bloodbath if PlayStation does not strike well when they're bringing out their games. And again, it's just one of those things where, as much as they may be waiting for people to come in and buy these games, Xbox is just going to be providing games and making them available in as many places as possible. This is a very interesting gaming economy overall. Don't y'all think? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. And, I would love to hear what you think so far about all of this. Thanks again for watching the video, and peace out.